Hi, I'm Brooks Compton, Mayor of the City of Centerville, and welcome to Centerville Business Today. I've been joined at Centerville Business Today by a new business to Centerville, Crest Commercial Realty, and I'm with the president, Tony Taylor, and the partner, Tim Albro, and broker for Crest Commercial Realty, and they've joined us here today to talk a little bit about their involvement in Centerville and some of the other developments that they participate in throughout the area. And thank you for joining, Tony. Thanks for joining me.
Happy to be here.
And Tim, thank also.
Nice to
Tim,
see you.
I think I also should mention that both Tony and Tim are the partners with Crest Commercial Realty. They relocated to Centerville, and just a little bit of background about the company. Tony or Tim, if you could fill us in a little bit about Crest Commercial Realty.
Well, sure, Brooks. Crest was formed just about 5 years ago this month when Tim Albro, who had been Executive Vice President with Bierman Realty, and myself, who had been President of Dayton Hydraulic Company, joined forces and combined our two entities, and we formed Crest Commercial Realty with the mission to lease and manage commercial properties throughout Greater Dayton and the region, really. So it was really the bringing together of two old line real estate portfolios and forming a new one, and then going out and looking for new third-party properties to manage and lease.
Tim, why don't you give us a little bit of background of your involvement with Crest Commercial?
Sure. Well, as Tony mentioned, what brought me to Dayton, Ohio was a company called Bierman Realty, and eventually the folks that owned that company retired, and upon their retirement, I needed to make a decision as to what I should do. Certainly wanted to remain in Dayton, and at that time had gotten to know Tony, and we were running very similar courses as far as business is concerned, and it just made sense for us to kind of join forces, and it worked out well. So we've been together now 5 years, and have accomplished some wonderful things in that time frame, and certainly have some goals ahead of us that we hope to accomplish.
Well, good. Well, you see a lot of Crest Commercial Realty signs up, so you're very active, certainly, and I know in Centerville and also throughout the Dayton area. So again, appreciate your coming to Centerville, and just a little bit, if I could ask you why you decided to locate here in Centerville.
Well, 2 years ago, we put together an investor group led by DHC, the portfolio I was managing and still manage. We bought this building from Premier Hospital. It was completely vacant, and we decided to make it a development project. We had both spent our careers downtown. We looked around for space and thought, well, we should come to a building that we manage and lease. We'd actually never managed and leased the property that we were headquartered in. And both of us live south. We love the area. It's convenient to 675. We can be all over the region very quickly. So it just made sense to locate in one of our buildings. This one needed the occupancy, to be frank, and so that was most of the motivation.
Well, we're glad you've bought this building, and I know that you're starting to fill up the building at this point. You have your headquarters here, your offices are here, but you've also added some additional tenants to this building.
Yes, as Tony mentioned, the building here is approximately 50,000 square feet, and it was completely vacant upon acquisition. And we had a relationship with a large independent medical group, Southwest Ohio ENT specialists. They're ears, nose, throat doctors. They were located here in Centerville. Loved their location, but unfortunately we're out of space. One thing led to another, and we were able to secure a new lease with them for 17,000 square feet. They moved to the second floor. They occupy the entire second floor. And this was in the fourth quarter of 2014, so that they moved in. And that kind of got the ball rolling for us. Well, Crest was to follow shortly thereafter. We have approximately 5,000 square feet here in the building. We have a full-service maintenance division that we also house here as well. And that's been great. Prior to moving to Centerville, we had been in 2 locations with our maintenance folks at another location downtown. It's been good to have everybody under one roof. And then in January of 2016, we moved in Dr. Antonella Savetic. She is a neurologist, and she has a practice called Healthy Brain Neurology. Took about 3,000 square feet here in the building, and glad to have her. And we're working diligently with two other medical groups that we're very close and hope to announce soon that we have consummated leases with them, and they'll be moving to the property. So with a little luck, by June, we should be close to 60% occupancy, and we're certainly excited about that.
Well, that's great, and certainly from the City of Centerville's perspective, we're excited about that too, that this has been such a notable building over the years. And Tony, if you might just fill us in a little bit about some of the other things that Crest Commercial Realty does. I know you own this building, you have a number of other buildings that you control and lease and manage, but I know you have a property management aspect to Crest.
We do. We're a full-service property management and leasing company. Just to be clear, we don't own buildings. We manage and lease buildings. So we don't technically own this building, but we have about 25 buildings in our portfolio that we manage and lease. The majority of those buildings, probably 75% of them, are in the Dayton region, but we also have properties in Cincinnati, Knoxville, Tennessee, Louisville, Kentucky, in Chillicothe that we manage and lease. We have a maintenance crew of 5 trucks that take care of our property owners' buildings. And we have 4 agents, real estate agents, that take care of the leasing of these properties around the region. And as of just 2 weeks ago, we hired a full-time marketing director for Crest to try to help us grow our portfolio, help the agents lease the buildings that they have listed, and then generally increase the brand awareness of Crest. So we're excited about that. We're looking to grow.
Well, how many employees do you have now with Crest Commercial Realty?
We have 12 full-time employees at Crest, all housed here, as Tim mentioned. We merged our maintenance group in here, and so we have 12.
Well, that's great. And I know that you have one big property that you're working on in Centerville right now, over at what had been the Kroger facility over at Centerville Place. And Tim, maybe you might fill us in a little bit about
Yes, be happy to. Well, it's a wonderful success story for Centerville, certainly from Kroger's perspective. We've been involved with the Centerville Place Shopping Center for a number of years. The center is owned by a group based in Beverly Hills, California, and we were very instrumental in getting the Kroger Marketplace to develop at the corner of Sheehan and State Route 48. And
very instrumental is probably an understatement. I think that, how long did that project take that you were working on?
I think all told it was probably a total of 6 years.
Okay.
And it was a very arduous process, to say the least. But we got it done, and Kroger couldn't be happier. That is one of their highest volume Kroger marketplaces in the country, and needless to say, they're very proud to tell that story. So we were very fortunate to get Kroger to commit, and we're happy that got done. That's the good news. The bad news is that we've been working very diligently to find a replacement tenant for that to take the place of Kroger.
The older location.
The older location, yes. And being in the heart of Centerville, it certainly is noticed on a regular basis by everyone. So we get asked quite frequently, what are you going to do with the old Kroger? So that building is approximately 70,000 square feet. And what we run up against is when we're talking with national retailers and getting them interested in the Centerville area, if they have that kind of footprint, that kind of need for space, they typically will also look at a regional market, which would be that Dayton Mall area. Mm-hmm. And of course, we have the competition of Austin Landing, as well as the new Cornerstone development here in Centerville that's been very successful. And so we're working hard, we're working diligently, and hopefully in 2016 we'll see something positive.
Well, I know we really appreciate what you did on the Kroger Marketplace. We know how much you worked on that. And
Thank you.
the city staff was particularly complimentary of all the hard work that you put in on that. So that was and that's turned out great. Really, anybody who participates up there knows that what a good development that's becoming. And we'll look forward to getting the old Kroger filled.
Yes.
But just in a general sense, if you might tell Centerville residents how you think the development community is going to take place pretty much in the next year or a couple years. Tony or Tim, either one of you would like to take that.
Well, I think Centerville is positioned to be a leader in Southwest Ohio from a development perspective. All the pieces are here. We have a wonderful, strong local government. We have a wonderful school system. Our demographics are very healthy in terms of per household income. Our housing stock is very healthy. And our location, we have great access to Interstate 75, 675. And so we have a good story to tell. And as that story gets out there, people are taking notice. And so I think over the next 10, 20 years, you're going to see this area continue to grow and develop.
Well, great. Well, we appreciate that you located your building here and your headquarters here. We know that that's a big commitment when you do that, and we very much appreciate that you did so. And I know you both live in Erie, so it's convenient for you. And I know you're both UD basketball fans,
Yes.
and you follow University of Dayton basketball.
Flyers.
And go Flyers. And if I just ask a little bit about maybe just a little personal information about what the two of you do as partners of Crest Commercial Realty when you're not promoting your developments and your property management aspect of your business. And
Well, we both love golf, so we play a lot of golf. Some of it's client related, some of it's just fun.
well, you know that you do get, as a Centerville business, you're able to use Yankee Trace at a slight discount. So
I did not
that
know
in
that.
mind.
We'll definitely keep that in mind.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but just
No, that's
shameless
great.
selling
I
point
think
there.
that's wonderful. And as you know, actually my favorite sport's tennis, and play a lot of tennis, including a lot with the mayor. So,
Tony and I played tennis for years, so just as a little bit of background there.
but anyway, those are my two primary pastimes.
Well,
Tim?
I have 4 daughters, and all have gone through the Centerville school system. I still have one attending. She's a 7th grader at Tower Heights. The other 3, one is out of college and 2 are in college. So great education and great futures. I'm excited for all of them. So they keep me busy. And my wife is actually in the horse business. She runs a boarding stable here in the Centerville area. So on weekends, I tend to put on my overalls and help her.
Well, I just wanted to wrap up, and I really appreciate both of you from Crest Commercial Realty as the partners, the president and the broker. Appreciate your being here. Appreciate your locating in Centerville. And just to wrap up, I want to thank you for watching Centerville Business Today. I look forward to seeing you at the next Centerville Business Today. But thanks, Crest Commercial Realty, for assisting us today. Thank you very much. See you next time.